Hi everybody, welcome back to Story Time with Grandma Kate. Today we're going to continue our Junie B journey with Chapter 3 of Junie B. Jones' First Grader at Last. If you like to read Junie B as much as I do, just click subscribe to my YouTube channel and you'll be able to find all the Junie B. Jones books that I have read or will be reading in the future. So today's chapter is Chapter 3. And it's called Stumped. Stumped means like you can't figure out a problem. So we'll see what Junie B's problem is when she gets to school. Remember yesterday on the bus, she met her new friend, Herb, who she thinks she might like a little bit. So she and Herb are together at the beginning of this chapter. Me and Herb walked to room 1 from the bus. He waved to Mr. Scary. Then I waved too. I am not even scared of that teacher, hardly, I said to just myself. We kept on walking to our seats. May was already sitting at her desk. She was organizing her pencil box. Lenny was at his desk too. Only wait till you hear this. I didn't even recognize that guy almost, because Lenny had a thrilling new haircut, that's why. It was pointish and spikish and stiffish and straightish. That hair can puncture you, I think. You know what puncture means? Like pop a hole in you. When I was a school teacher, when the little boys would put gel in their hair and it would stick up, I would always like to touch it. Whoa, I said. Cool, said Herb. Gel, said Lenny. Shh, said May. Just then, Jose came hurrying down the row. He was rushing real fast, because the bell was almost ready to ring. Hola, everyone, he said out of breath. Hola, hola. Me and Herb and Lenny looked curious at him. Jose grinned. Whoops, he said. Hola means hello in Spanish. I know 2 different languages, and sometimes I forget which one I'm speaking. Wow, Jose, I said. You really speak 2 languages? Cool, said Herb. Big deal, said May. I know Spanish too. I can count all the way to 3 in Spanish. Does anyone want to hear me? The rest of us looked at each other. Not really, said Herb. Not me, said Lenny. Me neither, said Jose. And here we go. I can tell that's Lenny. You see his spikish hair. We put gel in it to make it stand up. I bet you that's May. There's Herb, Junie B, of course, and then that's Jose. Do any of you speak 2 different languages? I speak German and English. When I was a school teacher, I would teach German to my students. And das macht sehr Spaß. That means that was very fun. May didn't pay attention to us. Uno, dos, tres, she said real loud. I leaned nearer to her. Shh, I said. Then everyone laughed and laughed, but not May. Pretty soon the bell rang for school. Mr. Scary got our morning started. First, he took attendance of the children, and then we said, I pledge allegiance to the flag. Plus also we listened to boring bulletins from the office. Finally, Mr. Scary walked to the chalkboard and he printed a list of words. Boys and girls, he said, this morning I have a fun assignment for you. He winked at us and pointed to the list. I want you to read these words to yourselves, he said. Then, without talking to your neighbor, choose any word from the list and draw a picture of it in your journal. May squealed, very thrilled. Oh, goody, goody, she said. I love this kind of assignment, Mr. Scary. I am perfect at not talking to my neighbor. After that, she quick took a pencil out of her box and she started to draw. I stared at the words and then I tapped on my chin and I scratched my head because I didn't actually get this assignment. That's why. I said. I glanced my eyes at Herb and Lenny and Jose. All of them were drawing too. I looked back at the board again. Then I stretched my neck as far far as it would go, and I squinted my hardest. But those words had me stumped, I tell you. Finally, I reached out to Herb, real secret, and I tapped on his back. Psst, Herb, I whispered. Quick question, which word are you drawing? May did a loud gasp. She jumped up from her seat and pointed at me. Mr. Scary, Junie Jones is talking to her neighbor. See her? She's talking to Herbert, and that is against the rules. I turned my head. Blabber lips, I yelled. Blabber lips, May. Mr. Scary looked at us. His mustache was not smiling. I did a gulp, and then I quick opened my journal, and I started to draw. I wonder what she's going to draw. Tomorrow we're going to read chapter 4, and it's called Clucks. So we'll see what she does tomorrow. So until then, Amy and Sammy, have a great day. Thanks for encouraging me to read another Junie B. And to everybody who enjoys story time, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.